Welcome to the Ministry of Hygiene's gaming channel. I'm your host, the Minister of Hygiene. Today we'll be playing Blood Bowl 2, as you can see. It's going to be my Chaos team, the Graglebrack, against another Chaos team, the Ghosts of Tanith. Now, the Ghosts of Tanith are 2,500 points, while the Graagh are just 1,700. I was able to afford a star player, a master halfling chef, and some Bloodweiser babes without even dipping into my regular funds. And you'll see why. Now, here's an important part that'll help you decide what to do when you first see a team like this. Look at this. That's claws right there. He has claws. No claws on that guy, but claws. Claws, 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 claws. No claws on him. He's obviously a runner. And he has claws right there. Check that out. I mean, he has a team designed to really hurt people. So when you see somebody with claws like that, remember, sometimes it's better to go first and try to put him down. Of course, he's going to get his turn to hit you, too. Too bad you don't see that before you can buy your inducements. Otherwise, I probably would have picked up some more apothecaries. Because these guys are all can openers. Let's see if I can click on some of them. Let's see what he's got here. First off, he has no reserves. I have 3 because I bought this star player. Otherwise, I'd normally have 2, but that helps a lot. If I do have guys go down, then I can. Now I'm going to be putting my... The idea here is put my beastmen, who are a little more... Basically, I don't want to lose my level 2, my chaos warriors. They all have levels. My beastmen don't all have levels. Let's see what his lowest level guy is. He's got a level 6 dude here. Holy crap, look at that. Mighty Blow, Claw, Block. And he's got Strength 4 and Tackle. That dude is a monster. Again, you got Claw, Block, Mighty Blow, Tackle. Holy crap. You got 3 arms, 2 heads, and Block. So that's definitely his runner. Doesn't have extra movement, but... he can pick and dodge. He can pick up, and this gives him bonuses on dodge rolls. A +1 to dodge rolls, so basically, he can't roll less than a 2 on his dodge rolls. Now, if you combine that with dodge, which hopefully he'd be trying to get next, it can be pretty vicious. Chaos Warrior, obviously he's been hurt before, but he's got 4 movement allowance. He's got Guard, which we've seen used pretty devastating effect with dwarves. Mighty Blow, Block, Claw again. Oh, and he's got tentacles on this guy. Not as effective with the Chaos Warriors with your Minotaur, just because tentacles really depend on your strength. And he's not... It's going to be a straight roll to lock down my Chaos Warriors, and almost a straight roll to lock down my Beastmen. Okay, Brags, level 5. Let's see what he's got here. Mighty Blow. Of course, he's got Horns, Thick Skull. Have that Claw, Guard, Juggernaut, and Piling On. So that's pretty vicious right there. See, another Guard, Claw, Block, and Mighty Blow. He's and Tentacles. He's just designed these guys to like hurt people. Holy crap! And Guard, Mighty Blow, Block. I don't know if this is in the order he got them, but if it is, I wouldn't have gotten Claw first. I would have probably gotten Block first. Guard's something, it is useful to have, but it'd be something you might want to get later on with Chaos Warriors, which he obviously has got it, probably later on with his Chaos Warriors. Because at that point, Chaos Warriors can start taking on big dudes, just hammering the crap out of people big time. I mean, you get two right next to a guy, a level 3 guy, and they've got double his strength. Okay, this guy's got Tackle, Mighty Blow, Block, Claw. Doesn't have a lot of variation, though. That's the only thing. Oh, here's a little variation. Got that, what's that called? It's, Disturbing Presence, which helps, if you get up, and he's got an AV9, if you get him up in, like, he makes it more difficult to pass, catch, or hand off the ball. In his presence. Strength of 5. Holy crap. 2 strength bonuses. Block, Claw, Mighty Blow. And when this guy charges, he is actually stronger than Mr. Tibbs. That Beastman gets 2 dice on Mr. Tibbs if he blitzes. That's a bad dude. There's a guy we missed before. 4. Guard, block, mighty blow. It looks like, frankly, his lowest level guys are like 4. This dude, I'm gonna have to be very careful. I'm gonna have to play my chaos team almost like they're not chaos, like they're freaking an elf team, because he can crack me like Skaven or elves. And now let's see how he sets up. Now he pulls his guy back. Still suffers from wild animal. That's one thing about the star player. He doesn't have wild animal, but he's got all the other benefits of Mr. Tibbs. Well, he doesn't have the Juggernaut or that, but he's all the same benefits as a normal Minotaur without the negative of wild animal. And he's got a 6 strength, so when he charges somebody, it's 7, which is pretty vicious. Well, blitzes. I say charge, because what you're doing with the horns, you're charging somebody. Time to set up my team, and I am going to... Yeah. Now, I'm on the offense this time, so actually putting some Chaos Warriors up front isn't a bad idea. I don't want him to... I want to knock his people down. I want to keep him down as much as I can, because they've got those claws. If he stands up, those guys can't claw me unless he uses a blitz to stand him up. So it's actually in my best interest to try to do that. To keep my passer back here. Now, the nice thing about passing, as you've seen in my other games... Oh, shit, he's got blitz. That's not good. As you've seen in my other games, I pass a lot with Chaos, and I don't think a lot of people expect that. Ah, crap. He's got Juggernaut too, like I do. And... Oof. Mr. Tibbs. Oh, and he does his piling on. So basically it's 2 chances of hitting me with the claw and everything else. That's pretty vicious. I'm gonna be lucky if I don't get out of here with somebody dead. I'm pretty sure that's what this guy does, is he kills your team, and then he runs the ball in. But, you know what? With all that stuff he's got, I still can push him around. It's just more difficult. It's not like Skaven, when they lose their Red Ogre, they're just, they have a real tough time doing any damage to anybody. Especially got a star player. There he goes. Boom. Break him up so I can hit these guys. And I'm gonna have to take a lot of risks with 1 dice too. I don't see how I'm gonna have much of a chance otherwise. See, one thing he didn't get to take advantage of that blitz or that round because all his guys were up front. Now here's where he's probably not gonna expect this. Woo! Go spam. I got the catcher right here. And knock some people down, keep them away from me. And there we go. Now he's going to be hard pressed to free up. He might be able to free up 1 guy to go after him. He's going to have to free him up from way over here. I mean, he can take a risk of jumping up and running. And that risk pans out sometimes. But they're not going to have any movement. This guy might be able to do it back and around. But let's see what he does. Right now I'm just knocking people down if I can. Keeping them away from my line if I can. Okay, so that helps significantly there. He can make it in pretty much next turn, if not 2 turns. With all his guys down back here, these 2, I don't think he can make it. 1, 2, 3. I don't think he can get all the way over there. At least if he can, it'd be much more dangerous for him to do it than anybody else. This guy is kind of too far away. And the other two people who can really do it here have a lot of people around him. So there's, if he tries to push me back rather than running it, Mr. Tibbs is one of them. So the bonus to Mr. Tibbs being one of them is these guys have to take down Mr. Tibbs if they have a decent chance of getting away. Although really with a strength 5, it's even for him. I actually have a better chance of holding that Chaos Warrior back. This guy's a little different. He can move out and around, but that takes a lot of movement points. And it's still risk of, he's got a 1 in 3 chance of getting knocked down when he tries to run. Okay, so we're on turn 1 for him. Since I chose to get the ball. Frankly, I think that might have been a mistake, him running him forward, because he basically lost in his first round when he could actually support his own dudes. There's that guard. But he stood up. Yep, knocked down Mr. Tibbs. He only got 1 dice to do it, which is kind of dangerous. And there he tries to run away. Knock him on his butt. Oh, he got out anyways. But he had trouble getting to me, and he rolled poorly. Awesome. I got lucky, and he's injured. Oof. That was luck. That's a 1 in 36 chance of that happening to him. And it did. And I'm going to totally run that ball in. Okay. Both block, which is why I use him up front like that. Otherwise my game would have been down if that was a normal guy. Use my Chaos Warriors to bash him around. Now, one thing is, I did hire a Halfling Chef. And on a 4+ roll, basically with a Halfling Chef, you get 3d6. 3 dice. 3 6-sided dice. On a 4+, whoo! Oh, crap. Now I'm going to re-roll that. And one reason why I ran it in, instead of fighting out more, is just his guys are really dangerous. And I didn't want to risk it. I'd rather have my goal. There we go. Zagnut. Oh yeah. Skip those cheerleaders. Now he's down 1 man because he had no reserves. I have nobody down. And so he's actually starting off with a slight disadvantage with only 10 guys. Now, here I'm going to be on defense, and you're going to see the idea is basically almost set up like the defense I do with a elf team. I put a star player up there because, frankly, he's really useful, it's true. But if I lose him, if he dies or is injured, I know it sucks, but it doesn't hurt me in the long run. Eggs and bacon and eggs, those guys, they have SPP, but they don't have actually any levels yet, so they're more expendable than some of my others. And that's the idea, and then I only put a minimum up there, so he's going to knock these 3 guys down. He'll be able to run and hit 1 other guy, and that's going to be it. So I'm really limiting him to only being able to maybe knock down 4 dudes. Basically, it's what I run when I play an elf or as my elf or Skavens, and I hate having to do that with my chaos team. But these guys are can openers and killers. They are there to hurt people. Yeah. He's the only one without claw. Frenzy. I got lucky there. Now he's gonna use a bunch of guys to knock down star player. Has 1 mean beast man.
I can't even put his own shoes on alone anymore.
See, He's dangerous enough. I don't really want to get into a bash off with him. Oof. I only got stunned, so lucky me. And even though he's only got 10 guys on the field, like I said, I still do not want to get into a bash off with him. He will win in the long run. And I will probably have people injured or down, completely out. So here I go. Let's make a hole. And just like, oh yes, he's injured. That's awesome. I got lucky. He's lucky. I'm lucky. Managed to knock it. It's an armor 9+, so basically free up Zagnut to go and threaten him. He's got block, but he doesn't have all the claw and stuff like that, so. What? What just happened? I know.
Yes, let's see that again.
Dang it. Yeah, the guy conceded, but that freaking shouldn't have happened.
Hey, sports fans. Chef cooking down. Smells good.
I'm gonna try to zip forward to that, so you know what? I'm gonna edit it out. So sorry about that, guys. Something happened, and I got kicked out, and I had to hop back in to watch the replay so I can comment it for you. So we'll see this over again. Yay! Injured him. Now that frees up Zagnut. And Zagnut's gonna run up here and threaten this guy. I didn't move him to the side just because I don't want to be caught next to these people as much as possible. Moving in people to threaten him. From the front, he's kind of boxed himself in a bit on down here in the center. And this guy's too far away to really get into a cage. So he kind of screwed up there, pushing forward. I don't think he expected me to run around him. He probably expected me, like most other Chaos teams, to try to charge right through him. And I was not going to do that. Because he's freaking dangerous, and I didn't want to have people die on me. Okay. So there he frees up his, wild animal. Luck's on my side. So far it has been. He's down to 9 players on the field, and he has no reserves. So, let's see. So he's kind of left him out in the open. Oop, he fell. Works for me. Now, if he wants to not be left out there, he's going to have to pass, and he's not good at that. But he succeeded. Good for him. Haha, having block on my Chaos Warriors did it for me. Okay, yeah, and he conceded at that point. I mean, we weren't even four games in. I'm sorry, I wanted to have a better game for you guys, but I've had a lot of concedes recently. Let's actually, just to show you how rampant it is, let's go ahead and check out the Graagh's win record. Okay, let's go to the stats. I've got 10 wins, 2 draws, 3 losses. Okay, now I know one of those losses I conceded. Real life sometimes steps in. I usually try not to do that. I won't do it just for no reason. But let's see how many people have conceded against me. Now I won this one here against Desidosis, and it was a concede. He conceded to me, so it's 1. Ty won this one against Rip and Tear. Concede, I won that one again. And I know some of these, at least one of these was that guy actually got, I don't know if his computer crashed or his connection dropped, but it actually gave him a chance to log back in. I've never been able to do that successfully the times I've had my video card crash on me and crash me completely out of the system. So that guy probably just bad, that just, bummer. But a lot of these are just straight up concedes. He just conceded. Let's see. So 2, this was actually a win. I won by 2, so there you go. My first 4 games, 2 of them I won by concedes. Okay, Cellar Dwellers, he conceded, so that's 3. Against the Highland Phoenix, they conceded, that's 4. Against the Disney Demolishers, they went all the way. Props to them.
Talismans are us.
That obviously isn't a concede. Ghostsof Tanith. Wait a minute. Dang it. I miscounted. Okay. Desidosis 1. White Knights 1. 2. Orcs United. You can see it's a 3. So, actually, out of the first 4 games, I lost 1, and the other 3 I won from concessions. Too bad it wasn't tasty concessions. It was more like they decided not to fight. Tie, that obviously wasn't one. This one I lost, and he just beat me. That wasn't the one I conceded. And then we go to Blood Bank. Now, this is the one where real life stepped in. I conceded to him. I thought I had an hour and a half to play, and something happened, and I had to leave in 20 minutes. So, yeah. Happens. And if it was only like 1 or 2 concedes, I don't think this would be a problem, but I'm serious. Watch, check this out. Okay, so that isn't a concede, obviously. Okay, 4 concedes. So far, 4 of my wins are concedes. Went all the way. Fellow Dwellers, 5 concedes. On Gold Phoenix, 6 concedes. Disney Demolishers went all the way, and they're an elf team. Props to them. That obviously went all the way, and 7. 7 of my wins I got from them just conceding, usually in the first half. I mean,
Goblin Gambling are a great company to be affiliated with.
what can I say?
Problems you may have.
I've just won 3 outright.
Isn't that the company
7
that do a
bailed
great deal of
halfway
bad
through.
gambling debts too?
I mean, it's ridiculous. It's a real problem. I hope they can
Spontaneous
really
endorsement.
help that, because it's really annoying, especially when you're trying to make videos on these. At least they're short. So tune in for more. Thanks for watching. Have a great life. And again, even though you are seeing some other videos show up, I will be continuing to play Blood Bowl. And the other ones I'm going to interspace space. Right now, it's going to be Satellite Rain. I think I got my first of those up until I beat that game. And you get to see me play all the way through. Fallout 4 comes out, whichever happens first. And considering it's the 5th, I suspect I will be suspending that series when Fallout 4 comes out, because I will scream like a little schoolgirl when I start playing Fallout 4 for you guys. So tune in. This is my one of my favorite. I mean, that and XCOM are like my most favoritist games, probably game series of all times. Fallout and XCOM. I really like the turn-based tactics type games, as you can tell. That's what this is basically turn-based tactics. It's just with football-esque rules versus guns. But people still die. And have a great life. Tune in.